This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Sean Cole, and welcome to a new segment on the show that we're calling Viewer Rigs by Ricmotech. In these segments, we are going to be showing off the hard work, the labor of love that is the rigs built by some of our viewers out there who have submitted photos. And I have to admit, this idea is not a new idea. I did it years and years ago, bringing it back. And this idea did come because one of our viewers out there, Conan Russell, actually shared some pictures, some video, and the story behind his over-the-top fantastic rig. Now, as you know, I'm a huge fan of DIY projects, and the reason for it, it's a huge opportunity to show your own style, your own flair, and most importantly, really dial your rig in for your own particular needs. I mean, sometimes we start off with a purchased rig, something that we just bought from a store or online, and then we modify it. We're constantly changing it and adapting it until it's just perfect for us. And in other cases, we're starting off from scratch, building it from wood, building it from aluminum, building it from anything that we can possibly find until we have that creation that we had in mind. And in some cases, some of these guys do a job so good, they'd make a Hollywood set designer jealous. So for today's, our first segment of Viewer Rigs, it does come to us from Conan Russell of Centennial, Colorado. And before I get to the rig, I want to thank Conan for taking the time to send me the pictures, sending me the video, and sending me the story behind the rig so that I could show it to all of you out there. Now, this project for Conan, it began back in December 2016 when he was looking to build a more realistic simulator for his Xbox racing. And instead of just going the normal route of buying a rig and throwing a wheel on it, he actually went down to the salvage yard and started buying car interior parts. The donor car, a 2009 Hyundai Sonata, where he then stole the dashboard, the center console, the motorized seat belt, and even the inner door skins. But you can't really just bolt these pieces together in your living room, and that's when Conan started building an elaborate wood frame box to hold all of the gear. And this thing is a monster, coming in at 6.5 feet long, 5.5 feet wide, and 6 feet tall. Then came fitting all of the gear. He managed to get a Fanatic sequential shifter right where it belonged, the original Hyundai. Then he built a firewall to hold a set of Fanatic Elite pedals in the inverted position, and then seamed it all together in a way that sits just like the real thing. When it came to the door panels, well, they had dual purpose. Number one, they really finish off the interior and make it look proper. But number two, it was to handle the role of holding his speakers for his driving music while playing. And like many of us with our real cars, he wasn't messing around there when it comes to a sound system. A 100-watt amp and some door-mounted speakers provide the entertainment sound, while a separate sound system handles the game sounds. This seat in the rig was also from that Hyundai and has all of its electronics working to make driver changes as easy as pressing a button and a working seat belt for the ultimate safety. Conan even went as far as finishing off the interior with proper carpeting and interior lighting. And if that wasn't enough, the car even has working heat and cool air through its operational vents in the dash. So like many DIY projecteers, Conan still isn't quite finished. He plans an emergency brake and butt kickers for that added immersion. I have to say, this is one of my all-time favorite rigs that I've ever seen, and I have to applaud Conan on the amount. I can't even imagine the amount of time it would take to build something this elaborate, this over the top, and on top of that, the dedication to allocate that much space to your sim rig. So again, my applause, all in on sim racing. Very well done. So I'd like to thank you by sending you a Simpit sticker for your rig. And Ricmotech, as I mentioned, is a sponsor of this segment on the show, so they'll be sending you some stickers as well. And on top of that, a $25 gift certificate for anything at Ricmotech. So I hope you'll enjoy that, and hopefully that'll motivate you out there. If you have a rig and you're very proud of it and you think we should all check it out, be sure to email me, Sean@thesimpit.com. Send me some pictures, send me some photos, send me the story behind your rig, and hopefully I'll feature it here on the show. And if you do, we'll send you some stickers and a gift certificate from Ricmotech as well. This is the Simpit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.